days it was a bit of a disaster, but the main thing is I really didn't give up. I kept on pushing, kept on grinding, no matter how painful it got. And the main outcome is I'm just hungrier than ever to make sure that I'm never put in the same position again. So I guess in some ways, could have asked for a better result. But with that, enjoy the video. So in a couple of days, it's my 25th birthday, and I've decided to have a quarter-life crisis. God, what am I doing? Wait, let me turn it around. So this large rock is Australia. It's a pretty barren rock, but there are a few pockets of life. Such as all the way over here, in a state called Victoria and a city called Melbourne. Right, so let me zoom in and keep going. And keep going a little further. So that questionable looking lake down on the bottom right is the Melbourne F1 track. And that large round thing on the right hand side is the famous MCG stadium. And this rectangular looking thing is the Melbourne city centre, also known as the CBD. This is truly the beating heart of Melbourne. But anyway, I'll stop boring you, because what I wanted to show you is this beautiful green patch. A green oasis that provides an escape from the hustle and bustle of the rest of the city. With the government house and botanical garden in the middle, this will be my new home. But this is no normal park, because if you look closely, you might just be able to make out the outlines of a running track. This route, called the TAN, is a paradise for runners, and the route is 4 kilometers long. Well, it's actually 3.8 kilometers. But for now, let's pretend it's 4 kilometers, because this is the plan. I'm turning 25, therefore by running this route 25 times, that gets me to 100 kilometers. For the pedantic amongst you, don't worry, I'll actually run a little bit further to get to that beautiful number. What a way to have a quarter-life crisis. I'm calling this challenge the TAN100. Okay, for the 1% of you who might be ever so slightly interested, I'm going to do a what's in my bag. It is the day before the day, so I'm running tomorrow, so it's the day before the day before I turn 25. Yeah, honestly I don't know why I'm doing it, but we've committed now, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so I've got a massive bag. Now, first things first, I'm pretty sure it's going to rain the whole day tomorrow, so in the waterproof jacket. I have a feeling, I'm not going to finish it before it gets dark, so bring the head torch. Let's just hope it's got some battery. Waterproof gloves, waterproof hat, because it's going to be wet. Always bring a second pair of socks. One race I did, just like halfway through, my socks just suddenly decided to rip in half. Luckily I had a second pair, so I had no issues. If I didn't, there were going to be some issues. So probably the second most important item, probably the most important item, is Vaseline, in case you have any chafing issues. Yeah, I've had some pretty painful experiences in the past, and this will be a lifesaver. Nothing is worse than chafing. Nothing. I'd probably rather run without any shoes than painful chafing. As well, enough bottles to carry a litre of water. There's luckily, what do you call them? Bottle fill-ups? No. Water taps? Water fountains, that's the one, along the way, so I shouldn't need to carry too much water, as I can just fill up as I go along. So I'm also going to bring my favourite electrolyte tabs in case there's any cramping issues. Also, I just like the flavour, it means I drink more water. So I'll bring some coffee granules as well. I remember I was running with a pretty serious runner, and he showed me this little trick. Just mix this with water, gives you the caffeine, and tastes pretty good as well. But yeah, it looks pretty disgusting. Packet of ibuprofen for emergencies, and also my new favourite thing, snakes. These taste so good. and they actually go down pretty easy. They're not too sweet. Yeah, they become a staple for me. Although to be honest, not sure this packet will last me long. Massive packet of nuts. Didn't even know I bought these. I think I was trying to be more healthy. But really, this is just a super dense form of calories. Also savoury as well. So hopefully these go down okay. To give you an idea, there's about 2,000 calories in this packet alone. There's also a couple Cliff Bars. A word of warning, it says chocolate brownie. But I'd say its flavour is more just disgusting. I'm only bringing them because I've got loads. I really do hate them, but they're good for an emergency. I've absolutely no idea why Cliff Bars are so popular. They're so disgusting. Oh crap, and that's all the food I've got. Yeah, that could be an issue. I might pick a few things up in the morning. But yeah, with that, I will see you tomorrow for the big day. Not my birthday, just the day. I'm running 100 kilometers before my birthday. Yeah, still don't know why I'm doing it, but it should be interesting nonetheless.
Weekend mornings have always seemed like such a powerful time. A time where you can get a jump on the day, take it easy, brew a coffee, read a book, waiting for those sunny rays to hit you. But today wasn't one of those days, as the sun was quickly shrouded and the skies decided to turn grey. And then, the rains began pouring. Rain is never going to make running 100 kilometers any easier. But there's no point dwelling on it. It was time to fill up the bottles, lace up the shoes, grab my bag, and get rolling.
Good morning, everybody. So, yeah, it's pretty cold, but at least it's not raining anymore. I think it's gonna turn out to be a pretty nice day. Look at that. There we go. Right, I'm pretty sure I don't have enough food, so I'm going to run to Woolies now and get a few more items, and then slightly late already, so better get running. Oh yeah, and the food I'm about to buy is probably not ideal. It's gonna be too sweet, but yeah, can't bother to think of anything better. Ooh, they're even on clearance. Oh yes, there's even one left. So that's a good secured. In terms of how I'm feeling, physically feeling pretty good actually. Slept well. There's a slight strain from a couple of days ago on the inside of my legs, so hopefully that doesn't cause any big issues. Mentally, even though this is kind of like a bit of a silly challenge, it's not part of a race or anything. Yeah, the nervousness is slightly building, but I always like to think, I had a teacher once who said, like physiologically, your body can't tell the difference between nervousness and excitement, so you might as well just assume what you're feeling is excitement. So I'll run with that, and yeah, get to the start line. There we go, so there's the start there. It's going to be a long day, so there's no point delaying it. I'm going to be running the track anti-clockwise. So yeah, before we overthink it too much, let's just go. Okay, there's 1 kilometre to go, 99 more. Yeah, it's going to be a big day. You know, early on in a race, these numbers can be scary and intimidating. As a distance, 100 kilometers just sounds crazy, stupid even. So I always find that the best tactic, no matter how tempting it is just to keep that Garmin hidden away. There we go, so we just completed 1 lap in just over 20 minutes. And it's starting to rain just now, but anyway, I think it's always important when you set out to a challenge to figure out your why. Why is this important? Why do you need to succeed in this? Just because you really need something to grasp to and believe in when things get tough. And I've struggled to find out my why for doing this. I think partly it's because I just love running. I also just wanted to
We just wanted to all set a milestone, something to remember when I think back to my 25th birthday, but also to just end this quarter of my life with a big bang. But also I think really deep down, I wanted to prove to myself that I can set out and succeed in something difficult. Something which will be painful, but will also be freeing at the same time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to grasp to. The importance of proving something to myself. And with that, got 24 more laps to go, so better get going. You know, at least there is one advantage of it raining. Suddenly, the track gets a lot less busy. Luckily, yeah, I don't mind the rain too much. I come from the UK after all. Yeah. Would I exchange this for a sunny day? Probably, yeah. But anyway, just got to deal with what you're given. Oh, look at that. Now we got sun. Got the hair's looking good, isn't it? Yeah, I always think there's no point really complaining about the weather too much, because especially during a race, because really you signed up for it. You signed up, you wanted a challenge. And yeah, the world has given one to you, so embrace it and just keep on pushing to the finish line. Okay, 10% through now. Started raining again. This time I can't really bother to put my jacket on, so it does get soaked. But yeah, usually at this point in the challenge, I start to realise how fucking far it is. That's why I've challenged, so just gotta keep your head down. Keep on grinding through. We'll have some lows, we'll have some highs. The main thing is just to not stop, and really just find out the stuff that's not difficult to enjoy. So with that, I'll probably get running now, so I'm just going to talk to you, and I'll see you in a little bit.
At the very point in the race, the endless distance left to be daunting. You may start to panic, and the magnitude of the challenge daunting. But the most important thing here is to stay calm, to focus on the next milestone, whether that's the next kilometre or to another checkpoint. The key is to break your race into bite-sized chunks and focus on each chunk at a time rather than the whole race. Each bite-sized chunk may just about seem doable, but the race as a whole may seem impossible.
So about a quarter of the way through, 7 laps I think, and got our first issue. My left leg is super tight, and my knee's starting to hurt a little bit. I think it's because I'm going anti-clockwise, so my left leg is always going inwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stretching and then go the other way. So clockwise around the track. Actually it's very different elevation. It has one super steep bit and the rest is going slightly gently downhill. So we'll see how we react to that. At least the steep bit will give me an opportunity to slow down and eat. So yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully it gets better, because a long way to go.
Getting injured during a race can be scary, especially when it smacks you on the head out of nowhere. Especially when you're at the early stage of a race, it brings on more doubt, and unchecked, you can quickly fall into a mental spiral of catastrophization. If there's ever time to be pragmatic, it is then. To catch yourself before any negative thoughts drown your confidence. To remain calm and to once again focus on getting to the next kilometre. As long as you can walk, you can finish. As long as your pain isn't getting worse, you've got this. These are the thoughts to hang on to.
They will keep you from dropping out, no matter how tempting. Actually, thinking about it, there's actually quite an interesting irony, pretty funny irony actually, with a quarter way through the run having a crisis when this video is all about quarter-life crises. So yeah, I guess that's rather a nice metaphor. But yeah, actually on good news, now started going the other way. I don't know if it's mental, but suddenly my knee's starting to ease up, which feels good. So at this point, let's keep on going and let's burn through a load more kilometers. Unfortunately, those good mental and physical feelings don't always last that long. Yeah, in terms of how I'm physically feeling, yeah, my knees really not getting better. It's a bit of a why, but I don't want to talk about that. It's actually been interesting running around this loop and seeing the same people over and over again. And it's there's just such diversity in the people here. Different ages, different levels of fitness, from different countries, different heights. But they're all here for the same thing, and that's to feel better, to get healthier, and to get outdoors. So just having to gain a little bit of motivation from seeing this from each and every one of them. I'd be lying if I said it was easy. It's pretty hard right now, but fingers crossed it gets better. Okay, so the good news is I can still walk. The bad news is I can't really run at the moment. We are just under 40 k's in, 60 kilometers to go, and I'm walking. Oh, it's easy to get pretty demotivated at this point. But look, I don't really have anything better to do, so I might as well walk and see how far I can get to. Thanks. See you soon. In the busy world we live in, there's something strangely calming and peaceful about the simple fact of having nothing better else to do. A feeling so rare within the chaotic daily life, when it might feel good to drop out of a race. Think what else you could be doing instead, and if that's nothing more but lying in bed, feeling frustrated, you will quickly come to the conclusion, like me, that you might as well just keep on walking. There is no point giving up just yet. So it's times like this when I remember how much I love running, because walking, the world just moves so much slower. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty bored, but at least it gives me time to do some thinking, listen to some podcasts, and just enjoy the rest of the day and the weather. Not ideal, but nothing you can do really. Just keep going. Okay, I must admit the rain is it's a lot less fun when you're walking, but I will not let it piss me off too much. But I'm about 40 kilometers in now, so at this pace, by my reckoning, I will be done in about 10 hours. So yeah, doing about 11 minutes a kilometre, 10 minutes a kilometre, 6 kilometres an hour, 60k to go, 10 more hours. Fantastic. So I should be finishing around 11 PM at this rate. Ooh, a long day indeed. I tell you what though, while walking isn't particularly physically strenuous, it's far more mentally strenuous. And considering any long distance run is a mental game more than anything else, I suppose it's good training. Ah yes, that sun comes out beautiful. So yeah, currently doing kind of like running when I can, well, hobbling when I can, walking routine. Yeah, body's not getting any worse, which is good. It's a slow progress. What can you do? Just keep on going. So we are about halfway, 50 kilometers in now. Yeah, I spent the last hour or so running and walking. Actually not feeling too bad. Starting to get into the flow. Knowing where I'm gonna run, well, stumble, know where I'm gonna walk. And just going through the motions. Yeah, the main thing at this point is stay calm and keep going. Keep calm and keep going. So that's the plan. Oh. Yeah, it's a challenge. It seems counterintuitive, but in a crazy sport like ultra running, when things get crap and things get rough, the ability to stay calm and stay patient can get you so far. Grinding and energy isn't always the answer, and maybe there is a lesson here to be learned about life. Yeah?
How is it?
So we're what, 60k in, and I've been saved by my girlfriend with some sushi. That's really good. Far better than what I bought this morning. Oh, exactly what I needed. I think I should make it into any race day food now. Sushi. Oh, it's healthy enough. So how do you feel about
The lighting's very dodgy. How do I feel about?
joining me for the next 6 hours? It's quite easy, it's like a half run, half walk. That's why I asked for my Kindle, so I can read it going up.
Efficient?
Yeah.
Efficient. I will commit to 3 hours, and then the sun might set and I might lose motivation to continue.
Wow, that's when it gets fun.
When things get low, it's incredible what a little bit of company can do to a lonely mind. In many an ultra race, I've found that company is all the salvation I need. When we're in it together, that feeling is so powerful, you almost feel unbeatable.
Fresh shoes.
Well, not fresh, but So the original point of this run was to give some time to reflect on my life. Obviously with all the challenges, haven't had much time, and to be honest, why bother? I've lived a very lucky life. I've had a fantastic support network around me of friends and family. I made some good decisions and I'm very happy where I am. I'm really going forwards, just want to continue that trajectory. I'm hungry for life. I'm hungry to see where I'll get up to, and just keep on exploring and keep on enjoying it. And just focus on the future. Yeah. Can't really ask for anything more. Oh, and also 76 kilometers in, so making good progress with this as well. Okay, so just over 80 kilometers, so 20 kilometers left. Doesn't sound like much, but I've done the maths and it'll probably take me about 2.5 hours for quite a while. Finally just wants to walk the rest of it. Oh. I can't get them because they'll probably bore me to death. Another news, pretty sure my my large toenail on my left foot has just come off, but I'm not going to take a look because I'd rather not, and that's latest problem. So yeah, could be worse, could be better. At least there's pretty cool lights everywhere and music on this section. There we go, it's 10 hours down. Oh, I actually feel better than I have for probably the last, 60, 70 kilometers. Just crazy. Oh, and there we go. That's the last lap of the TAN. I'm not done just yet because yeah, I'm 97.2, but with that remaining distance I'll start heading home. I've done 25 laps or so, or 26, so yeah, the TAN's done its job. Like any good friend, we've had our ups and we've had our downs, but there's no regrets. I would kiss the ground, that'd be slightly weird. Anyway, can't celebrate too much, so I've got a load of distance to kill. Oh. You know, without going into too much detail, that toilet is perfectly placed. Look at Melbourne, what a wonderful place. They have water and they've got toilets wherever you need. I believe it says, oh wait, 100. They call this character building. That may or definitely is blood.
So you join me on my bed where I'll probably be spending most of today, barely able to move. But yeah, so it's my birthday today. Did the run yesterday and wow, what a day it was. I'm actually looking back and thinking what made me do that. Yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. It was a lot harder than I originally thought it would be. I went in a little bit gung-ho, but I guess that made it even more of a journey, which I guess is a good thing. Yeah, there were many moments of despair. There was a never-ending supply of discomfort, but there were some awesome moments as well. Moments which I don't want to say the cherish, but I definitely won't forget anytime soon. As usual, that 12 hours felt more like a week, which I can't tell is a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, let's just say it's a good thing. But as much as I wanted to, I didn't give up, and that's the most important thing. There were moments of real despair when I just thought, look, this is not going to happen. I was always starting to think of excuses to drop out and call it a day. I kept on pushing, focusing on each kilometre, and eventually, after many, many hours, a lot of those hours walking, got to the end. And really, that's the most important thing, perseverance. Perseverance in the face of unlikely odds, trying to remember and hold on to that hope that things will improve, and that it just doesn't always continue to get worse. For example, at 80 kilometres, I felt better than I did at 20 kilometres, and who would have thought that? I'm once again in awe of the ability of my body to recover even throughout the run. How crazy is that? But I guess most importantly, this challenge left me with a hunger to be better, to not put myself in a similar situation of discomfort and pain, to train harder, to focus on improving my endurance, improving my strategy, and improving my mental strength. And I guess, could I ask for anything more? No, that would be the perfect outcome. It's strange, looking back, I would have never thought that would be an outcome. But that hunger, that drive and that motivation will fire me and feed me as I go into my 26th year on this planet. Even as I lay in bed, barely able to walk, I'm looking forward to that moment where I can get back into the gym, back into the trail runs, and focusing on training and focusing on strengthening. I've got a 100-mile race coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to getting deep into the challenge. It's always strange when you do these races, the whole time is just, why am I doing this? It's so painful. What could possibly be the benefit to me? But looking back, as soon as you finish that crossing line, you just have this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know, euphoria, or just feeling relaxed and feeling, I guess, content. And as so many other runners who are in the same position, they also crave that feeling. And that's what keeps them going, and that's what keeps them training. Okay, I'll stop rambling on now. But thank you for watching the video. I've got to enjoy the rest of my birthday. So cheers, and see you soon.